Hi, I'm Larry Wolf with Regency Fireplace Products. I'm the National Training Manager. I'm here today to give you a few tips on how to fire up or start your new Regency hybrid wood insert. With these units, because of the higher efficiencies, this will get you up burning a lot quicker, cleaner, and longer. So if the stove was running previous, open your single air control, open your bypass damper, your handle, and all you really need to make it quick and simple, a few pieces of crumbled up newspaper. Try for black and white. If you can't get all black and white newspaper, use the newspaper with the least amount of color in it. Don't use the comics or your inserts. If you use anything with a lot of color in it, it can contaminate a catalyst. So just a few pieces of black and white or lightly colored newspaper in there. One thing I found for doing this for so long, just finger-sized pieces for your kindling to start off with. Some people use the little starter blocks. They can work, but really, you've got this laying around somewhere in the house. Old pallet wood, hardwood, but just finger-sized pieces is all you want to use. I prefer to build a cabin over the top of my crumbled up newspaper, or a log home, some people might call it. Other people will do a teepee, whatever works best for you. But as long as we end up with the same result, just loading up our kindling. Again, finger-sized kindling. Grab your lighter. You can light it in a couple spots. Don't close your door all the way. Just bring it back a little bit. And you'll notice right now, the handle's about the 11 o'clock position. It's still leaving a little bit of an air gap to help establish draft and to get your kindling going. After your kindling is fully engulfed, it's time to add some wrist-sized pieces. At this point, because of the heat that's being generated, I personally like to throw a glove on to add my wrist-sized pieces. Same thing, stack them right on top of your teepee or your log cabin, and don't be afraid to put some wood in there. And from this point, I'm just going to let that take off for a few minutes. I'll move to the next step, which is going to be some forearm-sized pieces. So now that our wrist-sized pieces are engulfed, I'm going to start loading some larger pieces, forearm-sized pieces. With this medium-sized unit, you can load front to back if you'd like. For your long overnight burns, you're going to want to load front to back. If you want a pretty burn for company coming over, things like that, or you're not going to be using it to its fullest, you can load side to side. Here you'd stuff as much as you can get into the stove. Let's wait until that gets engulfed, and then we'll go to our final stage so we can get our long overnight burns. Okay, for the fourth stage, we've got some leg-sized pieces. We're going to add those today. I'm going to add them front to back. You can see we're fully engulfed with our forearm-sized pieces. Swing your door open. Of course, you want to be very careful. For this, I'm just going to throw a few pieces in. Swing your door closed. Now, the next step, we've got our digital catalytic probe here. If it's above 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit, that'll give us the opportunity to close our bypass damper. Grab your bypass tool, close your bypass damper. This might drop a little bit, but that's okay. Preferably the number 500 for a Fahrenheit or 260 Celsius. Let it run for a couple minutes before you fully close it. If it's up above by 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 15-20 degrees Celsius, then you can close your bypass and you're going to control your heat level with your single slide control right here. For your long overnight burns or all-day burns, you really want to have a good established coal bed, and always leave 1.5 inches to 2 inches of ash down below to help insulate those coals to give you a nice long hot fire. That's all there is to running one of the new Regency hybrid wood inserts.